Hey, John Miles here, and today I'm going to show how to set up and operate the newest Iris camera. And this is the multi-angle side lighting camera, and it has a modular design as always, and it comes in a carry case that holds everything here. So what I have done is over here I have a chin rest, my newest chin rest, the MASL Iris camera support, and this is explained in a different video how to set it up, but it's just 5 parts. There's the lateral slider, the focus track, and the height adjuster here, those 3 camera positioning components. And then there's the base, and then there's the chin rest itself, which also easily disassembles. And the way the chin rest works is there's this marking here, which is the eye line, and you adjust this chin cup height until the person's center of their eye is just about that height. And this is sort of a ratchet action here, and it goes every 2 millimeters. I'll click stop, and then you get the camera more finely tuned with this height adjuster here. And also there's this is a power table. You can get these for about 150 or so, and they go up or down. You get them on Amazon. And that's really helpful to adjust the height of the camera to optimize the height of the client and the photographer, who both should have adjustable height chairs like this pneumatic lift stool right here. I can show it. So this type of stool is good for the client or the photographer. And you want to get their height to match, so they should be at a comfortable sitting height when their eye is at this height, and the photographer now doesn't need to line up to the camera because they're going to be looking at the monitor to focus. So anyway, this is the newest Illuminator, and it's a 2-channel Illuminator, and it's designed with these new magnetic mounts, so you can easily change the lighting angle. That's set for 45 degrees. There it is, set for 45 degrees on right and left. And you could do 30 degrees or 15 degrees is the innermost position. Now this setting will give you the lighting right in the center of the eye, and the reflection will be in the pupil if you use the lateral 15 degrees. That's the newest design, and also it has this 2-channel shutter, so you can choose which channel the light is going to go to from the flash, and if you put it in the center it'll go to both channels, which is twice the amount of light. But generally I always use lateral side lighting, and so for my right eye I would want the light coming laterally, and I would push the lever over to there. And now anyway, this you can pick it up this way, or you can carry it this way too. You can put your thumb on either knob, and then it slides into this Arca Swiss clamp like so, and you get it flush on both ends, and then you can tighten this knob here. Get that nice and snug. Once the Illuminator is in place, then we get the camera, which can be lifted out from the carry case. This is a Nikon Z7 with the 105 macro lens and a 35mm extension tube from Photodiox. And it also has a quick release clamp here, and it goes right in there, and you slide it up again so it's flush on both ends, and then it is tightened up like so. Just get that nice and snug, so those two are on that side. Now I have taken the lens cap off ahead of time, and it's good to know when you're storing the camera to keep the lights on the 15-degree position. And I mean the 30-degree position is for storage. 15-degree position is the center position, but I'll just show this again. That is in the middle of the three possible places, and it stores better. It's a little more compact in that place. And you can use the camera in handheld mode as well. That's perfectly fine, and for people who are, say, in a wheelchair, so it's not a problem to just take this off, go up to their eye and get their photo. Or animals, for that matter. A lot of people do iris photography of animals. So now the third component, besides the camera and the illuminator, is the flash. And so these days it's an external flash for the cameras that I'm using, and it slides right in there. Then it has this ring that you must tighten it down all the way to have a good connection, because sometimes if it doesn't have a good connection and communicate, the pictures will be washed out because the camera didn't realize there was a flash. So, and you'll know there's communication when you see a double arrow on the icon, a double arrow icon on the back of the flash. And so now it is all set up and ready to go. But there's a few other things here to consider. One is, of course, to power it on, you push the flash power button for about 1 second or so, 2 seconds, and it lights up. There's also a small red light here that shows when it's ready for taking a picture. For the iris photography, the flash is set on manual, and either full power or half power, depending on your choices. And then this is the focusing light here, and that will adjust the brightness of this light here that will be shining onto the iris. There, I can turn it down or off. But that lights up the iris, which would be right about there, until you can get a good sharp focus. And you can control the pupil diameter by adjusting the brightness of this once you get a good sharp focus. So that's how that focusing light works. And the next step here is this camera actually is designed for the 4-channel option, so I'm going to show how that works at this point. Now, as I mentioned, the regular MASL has these 3 positions, 15 and 30 and 45 degree. But it is possible, and I can show it on this illuminator here, to add in an adjustable side lighting angle like this, where you can actually have a light going at more than 45 degrees from the eye, and or even 90 degrees. Some people want to photograph with extreme side lighting, 60 to 90 degrees. And you can do that with this type of illuminator that has these 2 extra arms that are like that. It's called ASL, adjustable side lighting arms. And those are added on to the basic 3 mounts on each side, and they also have a magnet. But here's the thing, this won't normally reach out there, so you have to use either a longer light guide or use a second pair of light guides to reach out there. And it is possible to get this with, these are 11-inch light guides, the short ones. 13-inch will reach. This is an example. Here's the longer light guides, and then there's the extra long light guides. So there's several different lengths available. And that is in case you want to do the extreme side lighting. Most people won't use that extreme side lighting, although sometimes for artistic photography and other creative uses of the camera you may want the extreme side lighting. But that's basically how to set up the Illuminator and how it works. And I will show the use of the camera in a separate video. But again, this is the multi-angle side lighting Iris camera.